You're not failing fat loss, you're being blocked. And the worst part, it's happening inside you. Your liver is silently slowing everything down, turning effort into frustration. Workouts feel useless, diets feel broken, and every day, without realizing it, you're making it worse. But here's the truth. Fat loss doesn't start in the gym. It starts in your liver. Not your workouts, not your calories. Your liver decides if fat gets burned or stored. No one tells you this, because it sounds too simple to be powerful. But that simplicity, that's exactly why you're stuck. And it gets worse. Some of the healthy things you trust are quietly slowing everything down. Smoothies, protein bars, late night snacks. They don't just add calories, they overload your liver. And once that happens, fat loss doesn't just slow, it stops. You're doing everything right. Eating clean, cutting sugar, moving more. You skip desserts, choose salads, push through workouts. But that belly fat, still there. That lower stomach, still soft, still stubborn. Every morning, you check the mirror, hoping something changed. Nothing. And slowly, that doubt creeps in. Maybe this is just my body. Maybe I'm not meant to lose it. You start blaming your age, your genetics, your metabolism. But wait, what if it's not any of that? What if the real problem is something no one told you to fix? Here's the secret. Your liver hates invisible sugar, not the obvious stuff. The sneaky stuff you trust. Juices, sauces, protein bars, flavoured yogurts. They look clean, feel healthy. But your liver sees something else. Sugar. Fast. Overwhelming. And here's the problem. Your liver can't burn it all. So it stores the excess as fat. Not on your arms, not on your face. Right around your belly. And the scary part, you think you're doing everything right. But you're feeding the exact system. That's slowing you down. Every healthy snack becomes another layer of blockage. Every sip of that smoothie adds pressure your liver can't keep up with. And once it's overloaded, everything changes. Fat burning doesn't just slow, it shuts down. Your metabolism feels broken. Your energy drops. Your progress disappears. And you don't even know why. Wait, it gets worse. Because the next mistake looks even more healthy, but does even more damage. Here's the real problem. When your liver becomes fatty, everything flips. It stops being a fat burner and turns into a fat storage machine, not sometimes, all the time. So no matter how hard you push, your body is working against you. You eat less, it stores more. You train harder, it holds tighter, because your system thinks it's under stress, and stress means one thing: save everything. And here's the scary part. You won't feel it happening. No pain, no warning, just slow, silent, resistance. Your metabolism feels off, your energy drops, your progress stalls. And that belly, it's not random, it's strategic. Your body uses it like a storage locker, close to the liver, easy to access, hard to lose. That's why it's always the last to go. And the more you ignore this, the more your body locks into this mode. Wait, because the next habit is something you do every single night, and it's quietly making this worse. This is dangerous, and almost everyone ignores it. Late night eating looks harmless, but it changes everything. Your body has a schedule, and your liver follows it strictly. At night, it's supposed to reset, clean up, repair, burn stored fat. But when you eat late, you interrupt the entire process. Instead of detoxing, it's forced to digest. Instead of burning fat, it's handling food you didn't need. And here's the trap. You think it's just a small snack, but your liver doesn't see small. It sees one more job at the worst possible time. So fat burning gets delayed again and again, night after night, until it barely happens at all. And the worst part, you go to sleep thinking you did fine, but your body never switched into fat burning mode, so you wake up, same weight, same belly, same frustration, and it feels like nothing works. Wait, because what you drink on weekends might be undoing everything even faster. Wait, this one hurts, because nobody wants to hear it. That one drink is not just one drink. The moment alcohol enters your system, everything else shuts down. Your liver hits pause on fat burning and goes into emergency mode because to your body, alcohol is a toxin. It must be processed first, not later. Now, so every calorie you eat with it gets pushed aside and stored. That pizza, those fries, that dessert, they don't get burned, they get parked right where you don't want them. And here's the brutal part. Even small amounts slow your liver instantly. You feel relaxed, but your metabolism is frozen, so your one cheat night turns into a full stop. Not just for hours, but for days. 24, 48, sometimes 72 hours of zero real fat burning. And while you think you're balancing life, your progress is quietly being erased again and again. Wait, because there's one more silent factor. That's slowing everything, even when you're doing it all right. Wait, this one hurts, because it feels normal. Even deserved. You worked hard all week. So one drink feels harmless, but your body doesn't see reward, it sees a threat. The second alcohol hits your system, your liver drops everything. Fat burning paused, metabolism slowed, because alcohol jumps to the front of the line. It must be processed first, before anything else. So everything you eat with it gets pushed aside and quietly stored as fat. Not later, right now. That one cheat night isn't just one night. It lingers. Your body stays in recovery mode, trying to clean up the damage. 24 hours, 48, sometimes longer. And during that time, real fat burning barely happens. You feel fine the next day, but underneath, progress is frozen. Stack that every weekend, and suddenly, you're stuck for months. Same body, same frustration, different week. Here's what nobody says. Your liver is in a constant fight, not sometimes, every single day. Processed food, pollution, seed oils, chemicals you don't even notice. They all hit your system at the same time. And your liver? It has to deal with all of it. First, before fat, before metabolism, before anything you care about. And here's the scary part. It has limited capacity. So when the load gets too heavy, it starts making trade-offs. Not consciously, but strategically. Detox becomes priority one. And fat burning? Pushed to the bottom, because your body doesn't care about abs. It cares about survival, clearing toxins, keeping you alive. That's the mission. So even if you're eating clean, working out, doing everything right, if your liver is overwhelmed, fat loss gets delayed again and again until it feels impossible. And the worst part, you don't see this happening. No pain, no signal, just slow, invisible resistance, and you blame yourself when it was never your effort. So the real question is, what if nothing is actually broken? What if your body isn't stubborn or slow or genetically stuck? What if your liver is just overloaded and all it needs is a chance to finally catch up? A guy named Mark did everything right. Gym 5 days a week, low carbs, high protein, tracked every calorie. Disciplined, consistent, focused, but nothing changed. Same weight, same stubborn belly. Weeks turned into months, and frustration turned into doubt. He started thinking, maybe this is just my body. But then, something shifted. Not his workouts, not his calories. One thing, he fixed his liver habits, cut the hidden sugars, stopped late-night eating, dropped alcohol completely. Simple changes, but targeted. The first few days, nothing dramatic. Then suddenly, his body responded. Bloating dropped. Energy came back. And by day 10, his waist was smaller, visibly, noticeably. Not because he tried harder, because the block was gone. And once that happened, fat loss didn't feel like a fight anymore. It finally started working with him, not against him. Here's the truth you weren't told. Fat loss isn't about doing more workouts, more restriction, more suffering. That's not the real game. The real game is removal, removing what's blocking your body from doing what it already knows how to do. because your body isn't broken, it's blocked, and your liver is the gatekeeper. It decides burn or store, release or hold. So when it's overloaded, nothing moves, but fix it, and everything shifts. Your body stops resisting. And finally, let's go. Try this for 10 days, cut every added sugar. No healthy excuses. Finish your last meal, at least 3 hours before sleep. Drink more water than usual. Your liver runs on it. Add bitter foods, lemon, greens, black coffee, 0 alcohol, not even just one. And move daily. Simple walks, no pressure. That's it. No extremes, no burnout. Just removing the block. And watch what happens. If this hit you, you're not broken. You were just misled. Subscribe. Because next, I'll show you what's secretly slowing your metabolism.